Hi, I'm Sid, and welcome to Social Democracy Shorts presented by the Nordic Model, the show where I explain key social democratic concepts in under 2 minutes. Let's start off with decommodification. In Three Worlds of Welfare Capitalism, Gosta-Esping Andersen defines decommodification as something that occurs when a service is rendered as a matter of right and when a person can maintain a livelihood without reliance on the market. Or to frame it in terms of a more policy-oriented approach, social policies that result in decommodification make it easier to maintain a good standard of living without relying on the labor market. This means having access to things like healthcare, childcare, vocational training, higher education as a matter of right. Beyond this, these policies also make it easier for a worker to exit and enter the workforce without a loss in total income. So we see that decommodification not only frees a citizen from a compulsion to work to maintain a socially acceptable standard of living, but also frees them from familial dependence to maintain that standard. It's important to recognize that this is sort of a spectrum. Let's say on one side you have a more Marxist conception of abolition of labor as a commodity form, and on the other hand a sort of liberal capitalistic approach where the provision of welfare is left up to the private firms and charities. Nowhere is a spectrum of decommodification more exhibited than in the three different welfare regimes Andersen brings up in Three Worlds of Welfare Capitalism. First, we have liberal capitalist regimes. These are countries like Canada or the US that leave most of the provision of welfare to the market. This means that they're minimally decommodified. Next, we have conservative corporate regimes where the role of the family takes precedence over the state in provisioning welfare. This is because of the long history of the church and guildism over how welfare was administered. Countries like Germany, Italy, Austria are examples of this approach. Finally, we have social democratic regimes where welfare is provided universally by the state, with marginal dependence on families and markets to provide welfare. Norway and Sweden are the primary examples of this structure. As social democrats, we should always seek to measure the strength of welfare policy by its decommodifying effects. Policies should be universal. They should be robust. They should free people from dependence on markets and familial units, so they can ultimately lead respectable lives immune from markets and, more importantly, coercion. Thanks for watching, and until next time.